Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to do a review of this 24-inch two-stage Ego snowblower. Alright guys, so this is Ego model SNT2405 if you buy it as a kit with the batteries and charger, and SNT2400 as a tool only. Recently I did an unboxing and assembly video. This is a little clip of that right here, where I went over all the specifications of this snowblower in great detail and showed how to put it together along with some tips and initial thoughts. I spent a lot of time in that video going over every single feature of this model, and if you're interested in that full video, I'll put a link to that in the corner of the screen right now and at the end of this video. Today's video is going to be more of a basic review out in the snow. I will go over the basic features and controls of the machine, but we got our first snow here since I got this, so I'm just excited to get out here and test it out. We only got about 2.5 to 3 inches, but I'm still going to get out and just give this thing a run and see how long it lasts. I've got several older neighbors that I plan on using this to help out around here, so I'm just going to do my driveway and just work my way down the street and see how many I can knock out. Then I'll go over some of my pros and cons after the first use. And if we get a big snow later in the year, I'll get back out here and show you some more tests just for fun to see how much punch it packs. But I'll put a link to the snowblower under the video if you want to check it out for yourself. Let's get into it. So first I'm just going to review the basic controls really quick, then we'll get into the action. So this is the 200-degree rear shoot control. This controls the direction that you shoot the snow. And this is the rear shoot deflector. It controls how high or low you shoot the snow. This is your control button for your 4 LED headlights. On the left side, you have your self-propelled drive controls with your 3 forward speeds and reverse. And on the right side, you have your auger speed controls with your speeds all the way up to turbo. The self-propel controls are always active as long as you have batteries installed. All you have to do is pull down on that left handle and it is ready to move forward or reverse like this. But for the auger controls, you do have to press down on this middle start button as a safety feature for 1 second. Then you can press down on the auger control and the auger will start. At that point you can choose a speed and then squeeze down on the drive lever and it will go. At that point you can take your right hand off the auger controls and use it to control the chute's pitch and direction and your lights, and it will stay locked in place until you release that left drive handle. There's also a couple extra shear pins right here for when and if you break those. And here's a look at one of those 4 LED headlights. Alright, so we're getting into some action now. I'm going to start off with some real-time footage, and then I'll get into some time-lapse stuff where I'll show you how much I was able to get done on one set of batteries. So I'm starting off here with my driveway, and just so you know, I've varied a bunch of different drive speeds and auger speeds while doing this, so I'm sure you could get a little bit more run time out of this if you kept it in the lowest settings the whole time, but I was just kind of experimenting with this. So I set the scraper bar at 1/8 of an inch off the ground and then set the skid shoes in place, and I'll have a detailed video on how to do that coming out in the near future. So this snowblower uses what they call peak power technology, and what that means is that they combine the power of any 2 Egopowerplus 56-volt arc lithium batteries at the same time, and you can use any 2 different Ego batteries with this. It comes with 2 7.5 amp hour batteries and this dual port charger that will charge them both at the same time. They weigh 6.3 pounds each, and there are LED indicator lights on the charger and on the battery themselves to show you the status of the charge. This charger will charge these 2 batteries all the way up in around 120 minutes. This will throw snow up to 50 feet, and it will clear an 18-car driveway with 8 inches of snow on a single charge when used with the 2 recommended 7.5 amp hour lithium batteries that it comes with. The snowblower comes with a 5-year warranty, and the batteries and charger come with a 3-year warranty. The biggest pro for me of this tool is that the majority of the year this snowblower is going to sit and not be used, so less maintenance is preferred. Now I don't mind small engine maintenance. If you watch my channel, I have tons of videos about small engine maintenance, but when you're not going to use a tool the majority of the year and you just want to pull it out of the garage and you know it's going to start up, that's the biggest pro for me of this tool. knowing this is going to fire right up in the middle of the cold winter and not have to worry about old gas you forgot to drain or other maintenance you forgot to do is pretty clutch. This works with all Ego batteries, so that makes sense. If you're in the tool line, all Ego batteries are compatible with all Ego tools. The ease of batteries is undeniable in a situation like this, but they can definitely get expensive. You are paying for convenience, but it's also powerful, and we'll get to how long it lasts here in just a minute. It's also quieter than gas, which is not a huge factor to me. A lot of times when I'm working outside, I like to use noise canceling headphones and listen to music, but it's definitely beneficial for the neighbors. And of course you don't have the gas fumes. I also like the 4 LED headlights it comes with. You can see a good shot of those right here. A lot of time in the winter it gets dark early, and when you get home from work the sun is already going down, so it's nice to have some LED lights to help out. Right here I'm doing a big section of sidewalk in front of the house after I finish my driveway. Then I am moving on over across the street to my elderly neighbor's driveway, and this has a 24-inch clearing width and a 20-inch intake height. It also has the green chute cleaning tool on front if you haven't noticed that yet. And here I'm moving on to a second neighbor's driveway, and then here I'm starting a third neighbor's driveway, and this one is a big one. Their driveway is over 1,800 square feet and they don't have a snow blower, so I figured I'd just help them out too. But I guess the biggest con for this is really just the price. I mean, it's not cheap, especially if you don't already have some Ego batteries and you can't just buy a tool only. Again, you're just paying for that convenience, you're paying for that guaranteed easy startup every time, and I'm not gonna lie, this thing is fun to use. And it's powerful. You just have to be conscious about battery management. You can't be running it on turbo the whole time with 2 inches of snow on the ground. So here I'm moving all the way down the sidewalk to a fourth neighbor's driveway, and I got this one done just in time when the batteries died. So then here I am walking back to the house, doing the walk of shame here with the dead batteries. But I was able to do a total of 5 driveways and a pretty big section of sidewalk. And here's what those batteries look like when they're all done. They're giving you that red blinking light saying time to recharge. And one last thing, when I had finished snow blowing, I noticed that the chute had become a little bit free spinning, and thankfully Ego has put in a way to adjust that. So if your discharge chute has become a little bit loose and started to drift on you, you can just use these inline cable adjusters right here and turn these clockwise, and that will tighten up the tension on your chute. It's also a good idea to get off as much of the snow as you can before you store it with a broom or a leaf blower, and then you can even put a board or a block under your scraper bar, and that'll help it to drip dry and hopefully keep you from getting a rust line on your garage floor. And that is it. Hopefully this video helped you out. A big thanks to Ego for sending this out for me to review. If this video did help you out, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.